All right.
Let's get
Oh
into
man.
our games of the week here. We started off with my pick. It was Bengals versus Browns. We know how that one turned out. Joe Burrow got benched. T. Higgins had 8 targets, 0 receptions. You love to see it,
Did he
Tybo. Fuck
actually get
you.
benched?
Joe Burrow? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Burrow was out the entire fourth quarter.
No, he was put out late fourth quarter, like 6 minutes
Sorry,
left, 7 minutes
yeah,
left.
it was bad.
Okay, that's not necessarily the same as getting benched. Like he got rested.
They protected their asset, taking him off the field, make sure he takes no hits with their offensive line being as garbage as it is. Orlando Brown Jr. got demolished. Miles
Yeah,
Garrett. Miles
just by
Garrett
game
was
one, we got the better end of that
He was
whole
doing
transaction.
crossovers out there, man.
Miles Garrett was doing crossovers on the 50 in quarter two, and then winding up with a sack 0.3 seconds later. Like, there's nothing much to say. Like the Browns, and I said this, the Browns are going to be a team to beat. They're going to be a team to watch. They're going to win. I think they may end up winning that division.
The Steelers are gonna beat them next week, dude. Watch. Promise.
They put I keep referencing this, but
Deshaun
Stefanski
Watson
had
is
a
ass.
press conference last season at the end of the year, and he explained why they were so bad when Deshaun Watson came in and why they didn't worry about winning games. And it was about putting Deshaun Watson in situations to prepare him to be in games this year because he had been
It
out for
didn't
a
work.
season and a half. It
I
did
I
work.
get it. They beat the
He had a
Bengals.
good he had a
Joey
good
B was way worse than Deshaun Watson, but Deshaun Watson was bad. He was
Yeah.
missing throws all over the place.
didn't most of the starting quarterbacks have bad games in week one?
Not as bad as some.
I mean, Deshaun went
The
16 for
accuracy it was the
29.
accuracy issues that were eye opening. Like
Oh,
it,
for sure. Yeah.
you're talking about. I referenced two running quarterbacks that had fumbling problems. Like the Deshaun Watson is missing people that are open.
To be
Just can't
fair,
have
he's only
that.
got Amari.
Elijah Moore, dog.
Stop.
He
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 scored a touchdown,
tied
didn't he?
Amari in targets or some shit like
He
that.
did. He did. He had 7 targets, 3 receptions. Amari had 7 targets, 3 receptions.
Yeah.
It wasn't a great game. It was
Like I
also
said, 7
it
targets,
was
3 receptions. He's
it
missing
was also
his
pouring
receivers.
rain that entire game, and
Oh, boo
clearly
hoo.
Joe Burrow had a problem that game as well.
Boo hoo.
I'm just be
Run the
on the
damn
lookout
ball
for the
then.
Browns. Be on the lookout for the Browns.
That's why
They
they've
did run the
always
ball.
been
They
good at
won
running the ball.
24 to
That's why they're
3.
going to be
Run. Run the
They
damn
okay.
did.
ball. Mm.
They had 40 carries.
Run it more.
That's what I'm saying though. That's why they're going to be like
They're going to be fine.
decent, but watch them lose to the Steelers next week. They're not going to win that division.
Well, go ahead, Tybo. Tell me about the Steelers this week.
Look. Kenny Pickett had a terrible first half, but he still
Just
came
first
away.
half?
No, he still came away with a decent stat line like afterwards. Uh, the TJ Watt got his sacks. The Steelers defense got 3 sacks total. I think the Steelers have a good defense. And Pickett is going to play better later. I don't know. There was a lot of people high on the Steelers coming into the season, and I just thought it was going to be a more competitive game. Christian McCaffrey went off in the first half. Can't ask a whole lot more out of him. The Niners surround Brock Purdy with just a lot of veteran talent. So
Pickett had a good stat line, but I would beg the question needs to be asked is when did those stats start coming in?
Late
Garbage
second
time,
half is what I was saying. He had a
Late
terrible
second
first
half.
half.
late second half when they're already down by more than 3 scores. Okay, that's not good.
The Steelers are great at making catches, amazing catches that are always out of bounds. They have at least one per game.
And what happened with Deontay Johnson? I saw he got injured. How bad's that injury? Anybody
No
know?
idea, but it doesn't matter because they have George Pickens. That's all that matters is they have George Pickens. I'm serious. We
Moving
should
on
have
to
George Pickens, but it's okay.
moving on to the last game of the week
We
here,
have
the
Rashee
Bills
Rice.
versus Jets. All the hype was there. Did not turn out so well for Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, we talked about that. Love seeing Josh Allen mess up like that. He's just has so much adrenaline. He just wants to make the big play. He can't make the big play. And it just goes to show that the Chiefs broke the Bills in that overtime game with 13 seconds left.
Josh Allen is 0-5 in overtime games.
They have not been the same since then.
Because he sucks.
And just to cap it
Turnover
all
machine.
off,
I can get behind that.
the overtime punt return was fantastic. Could not believe that happened. It seemed like the only way the Jets could possibly win. There was no way they were going to drive down the field with Zach Wilson in overtime and do anything. But
And the game was boring pretty much up until that punt return walk off.
I mean, Garrett Wilson had
best of
maybe a catch of the year.
three. Best of the three games of the week for us. Good job, Sean.
Garrett Wilson probably had a catch of the year, though. Did you guys see that?
In week one?
Did you see the catch?
No.
I wasn't watching to the end zone. He hits, catches it, like bobbles it out to his arm, brings it back in, barely catches it with his fingertips. It's on the list.
It's on the list.
I'll put it at that.
Top of the list, week one.
Yeah, because that's the only big catch from the weekend. So yeah,
we should start keeping track of those.
That'll be the one.
Sean,
from
you're
this
in charge
week.
of that.
Catch of the year candidates.
Catch of the year candidates.
Sean's in charge.
Go back and review your week one film, my guy.
I got you.
Write them down. We'll do a video on them. I like that. We can do that.
Yeah, dag.
We also had a consent. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, even though Sean just got the best game of the week out of the three of us, we definitely decided on a consensus true game of the week from the weekend. What the hell is so funny, dude?
That's exactly what Tybo was saying too.
No, I know, and I cut him off because I was going to do it.
I love it.
Dolphins Chargers, highest scoring matchup. Damn near records being broken on week one yardage. The only thing was this is a great football game to watch, very entertaining, definitely the most entertaining game out of the whole week. Tyreek's last touchdown catch was pretty dope.
Amazing.
He might have the best hands in the game. He had people like
we're feeling those effects of not having Tyreek.
People love to talk shit on when he was on our team about his drops, and some of his drops came in big situations, but he's never had like a bad drop percentage. It's never really been that high in the league. Tyreek might have the best fucking hands in the game.
Wide receiver one?
Definitely. But so here's my only problem with this game is the Chargers pissed it away.
They chargered.
They definitely charged in this game because it was a PI call or something, like somebody hit a receiver on a deep pass for absolutely no reason.
JC Jackson.
They put the Dolphins in the position to win the game, and it just
no. That was at halftime.
That was at halftime.
Yeah, it was end of the second half. Tua threw it up.
Well, it's still in a one possession game like that. It set the Dolphins up to be in the position to win the game,
along with the missed extra point.
That happened at the beginning of the game.
That was the Dolphins. The very end.
You're
the Dolphins were giving it away to them. It's back and forth. Which team was going to mess up the most? They had the chance, and then
the Chargers messed up the most
in the long run. Yeah,
leave it to the Chargers to do what the Chargers always do. Also, Mike Williams, I took a massive hit in that game. Came back in, I believe. Is that right? He came back after taking that hit. But Chargers already starting to have injuries as week one wraps up. Mike Williams taking the big hit in the game and then Austin Eckler with the ankle injury being listed as day to day.